Howdy. Want to do this video as I'm returning the peer reviews back to the original writers. If you're in IF1, you've got them back Saturday night. If you're in IF2, you'll get them back tomorrow on Sunday. Tonight is Saturday, February 24th. I want to go to the schedule just a little bit. According to the syllabus, the essays due on Monday. I'm not going to get to grade these until probably the weekend. So as long as it's in the Dropbox by Friday, March 2nd, that night, I'm perfectly happy there. Also with response number 6, as long as you get that done before you come back from spring break, I'm happy with that too. I just want you to have Oedipus viewed and the response paper done before you get back from spring break. Do keep in mind the Monday after spring break, there's another response paper due, and I'll have that posted before spring break if you're somebody who wants to get ahead. But that kind of hopefully gives you a way to kind of divide out your time and do what you need to get done. So if you have another big project ahead of this essay, that's fine. But this essay is 25% of the grade, and I want you to turn in what you want me to grade. I want you to have plenty of time to ask questions, go through the peer reviews, and all that good stuff. For response number 6, I kind of put all the material in one little section on the content page. One's the link to the videos on YouTube. I think there's 10 different videos. It's going to take about 10 minutes a piece. About a 2-hour play to watch. I can't find a way to put the whole thing in one big video without violating copyright. So that's kind of what we're going to have to do there. There's some study notes for the prompts for response number 6. You'll use that to do your response paper. I encourage you to look at this Oedipus family tree before you get started. Kind of gives you a sense of where the play's starting. If you're not familiar with Greek plays, it kind of gives you some of the terminology as well. And as you get ready to do response number 6, there's a quoting from drama handout there that you can look at and use. So all that material for response number 6 there, it's also under response paper prompts and help resources, but I wanted to put it all in one place so you didn't have to go looking for it. One thing I do want to show you is Turnitin, the plagiarism detector. If you're seeing these little binoculars, I'm not sure what that other image is. But the binoculars there on a Dropbox, that means it's getting run through the plagiarism detector. Hopefully it's not a detector as much as a warning device for you all before you submit your final draft, or once you submit your final draft, you can say, well, wait a minute, let me fix this. It's going to be different for you guys than it is for me. When I get all this is all the drafts from the first essay. When I get them all in, the report comes up on all these different colors here. Sometimes if the percentage rate can be kind of high. All it's saying is that somebody else has turned in similar work at some point in time in the history of essay writing for the past 10 years or so. And this is not the first time I've done this essay. So naturally, students before you, even in my classes, probably use some of the quotes you're using in your essay. So don't get too freaked out by a high number. Generally, somewhere between 15 and 30% is kind of normal. If it's higher than that, you want to take a look at it, make sure nothing's wrong there. If it's lower than that, it can be kind of like, are you sure you got all the quotes you need in the essay? The way you'll see it is after you turn your essay in, you got to wait about 15 minutes. If you go click that number 1 under submissions, it should pop up the little color coding thing. And you click on the color code and it'll pop up your report. We're going to take a look at Rochelle's real quick. I've already looked at this, so there's no surprises here. I'm not going to out her out here on the open internet. But what it does, it puts up the report. You can have it do a grammar check if you want to. Generally, I find it's wrong about half the time. But if you like that extra pair of eyes on your essay, that's fine. But what you're going to see is it's going to start it's going to highlight things, and all it's saying is that somebody else has said this phrase, in an essay before yours was turned in. Realism in a Dollhouse by Brian Johnston is probably in almost every essay being written for this class right now. So that's not plagiarism, right? Likewise, this is not the first time we've used the Johnston essay for an essay assignment. So you can see here, her long quote's getting highlighted. All it's saying is somebody else has turned in the same quote before, which is not really Rochelle's problem. She's doing what she's supposed to do in the essay. If you click on the number, you can actually see where some of this stuff's coming from. So this first part is saying it's coming from Ibsen Voyages. That's where I got the Johnston essay from. Number 6, I'm not quite sure where that is. Might be the same place. But you can kind of go down and see, where that's where it's saying that it was published before yours. But you want to go through the essay. If it's highlighting your quotes, there's nothing wrong with that. You've got them cited properly. You're documenting them properly. You're just using something that somebody else has used before, which is perfectly okay. In fact, it's pretty normal. So as you kind of go through the essay, the stories, the short story titles, those aren't anything you can plagiarize. That's just what they are, just what they are. Again, her long quote's getting highlighted. That means somebody else from the Art Institute has used that exact same quote from Chopin. Pretty popular short story, no surprise there. If it's just picking out like individual words, that's probably nothing to worry about. Again, Rochelle has her quotes formatted properly. It's highlighting them, just saying that somebody else has used this quote before you, which, no kidding, right? That's to be expected. And again, same thing with the long quotes. There's a short quote, and what's kind of interesting to look at here is where she used the brackets to show a change to this quote. Turnitin saying like, hey, this wasn't part of the original one that somebody else turned in. And good. Those brackets show that Rochelle made the change to the quote herself. And so it's not getting picked up on the plagiarism detector. Looking right there, the trees there. But as you go through the essay, sorry for my voice there. It's also going to, go crazy about her works cited page because other students have done this essay before, so the works cited entries are naturally going to be coming up on the plagiarism detector. If you want to take a look at it, you can filter out quotes and the bibliography if you want to. And you just hit apply changes. And you can see it went down to 26% pretty quick. Still highlighting some of the long quotes. It's just not recognizing the formatting there. Again, that's not Rochelle's problem. That somebody else has used those quotes before her. So originally, it looked kind of high there for the percentage, but once we kind of looked at it, there's nothing wrong with her essay. Everything looks good. So okay, you kind of, once you see that, sometimes the percentage can be a little shocking, but open it, see what it's saying. If it's highlighting a passage that you haven't quoted, then you have a problem, and you might want to ask me, it's like, whoa, why is it highlighting this? But the idea is you do this before I look at it. So if there's problems or concerns, you contact me and you say, why is it doing this and how can we fix it? And I'm happy to help you with that. So I want to show you Turnitin there. I sent the peer reviews back to the original writers via email attachment. I was having a little trouble with the Dropbox and decided that would be easier. But as you're going through the peer reviews, keep in mind we're trying to help you, not make you feel bad, right? If we don't mark these things on the peer reviews, I'm certainly going to mark them when I grade them. So go through them carefully. If something you don't understand something, be sure to ask me. And again, we kind of have a little extra. I'm giving you a little extra time, so you have time to ask me questions and make sure you're turning in what you want me to grade. If you have trouble finding Turnitin, let me know. But I'm going to get off here. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. And we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.